And hello, everybody. It wouldn't be me without having a grand, appearance and entrance. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Planet 412. I am your almost back to normal guest, Matt Emsch. Um, Thanks for sticking around, everybody. I know some people left. Hopefully, they will come back. We are good. I don't know what was going on. It just makes me think that the ghosts of whatever are messing with us. And every time I'd enter the studio, it would kick me out. So I'm good. How is everybody tonight? Let's see who's here. Owlman13, what scared you? Me? Hey, Garrett Dixon. Christy Nicole, how are you? Here, let me use Quicksilver. The Quicksilver. Logan Arnold. Black Moss. That's Jesse. Hello to my moderators. I always should do that first. Hello. BJ, Josie, and Kel. How are you ladies doing? Let's see who else we got here. L Woman 13, Charlie Budden. Hey, Charlie, how are you? You've been sick too, huh? So hello to everyone. El Martino, how are you? Sandy Lucero. Giggles the Clown, how are you, my man? And I think that is everybody. I think if I've missed anybody, I apologize. I will get back to you. I will say hello for sure. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Carol Whitechurch is there, or she was earlier. 24-hour Reaper. All right, I guess that's everybody. So, how you guys doing tonight? Anything exciting happen this week to you guys? Willow, hello. And yes, please pray for BJ. She's had a lot going on. I hope everybody's getting better, BJ. And we are always here for you. She's got a lot going on, guys, from that accident that happened the day that we were coming back from Hellier. Anybody doesn't know, we were coming back. We were an hour from, I was going to drop her off to meet her family and get a call that some woman lost control of her car and went over concrete embankments and everything and smashed into their car. So definitely pray for BJ for sure. Excuse me as I do that. I hate that. We are definitely going to play some good videos for you guys tonight. I know some of them. Oh, is that right, Josie? Was that because you were waiting? Hey, Steve, how are you, my brother? Thank you. We have a lot of people who sent in videos, and I'm just going to get right to it. Let me see here. People sent them through Facebook and just the same ways. Every way I asked you guys through the channel. I have some in the email. I will do my best to play as many as I can. I definitely need to go to a couple people first. Chris Tucker is one of our awesome Planet 412 associates, if you want to put it that way. And she has been sending a boatload of videos of late. So I want to definitely get some of these out there. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, we'll start with that. No, we've seen that one. Okay, I need to go a little bit lower. Okay, let me get this one set up. I hope that's not an older one. If not, we'll see it again. And she does have some new ones. So let's get going. I'm excited to be here. I miss you guys. And boom. Oh no, I remember this one. Not this one. We're going to go to the next one. We watched this last time. Hold on, guys. I'll keep you right here. Yeah, definitely not this one. This was the one that we weren't sure about. So what we did is we went through it. So let me do the next one. Why is it asking me to do a restore? I don't want to restore. Okay, guys, give me one sec. It's asking me for something to restore my history for whatever reason. So let me come back here to you guys and bring that off the screen. I have to put a one-time code in, it says. Oh, God, this is so irritating. It's because I got a new phone, more than likely. There it was. All right. Okay, it's doing it. One-time code sent. Sorry, guys. So while that one does that, what I will do is I will move to the email, and we got people in there that sent stuff as well. So while that's doing that, I will just get on here in the emails. So glad I'm staying cool and calm under pressure. All right, this is from Jack Bronze Snake. He sent us a few things. Man, it's just not the night for us, huh? We got all kinds of gremlins going on tonight. I apologize again, guys. Well, here we go. All right. Did we? I don't know if we. No, I don't think we did watch this. Did we, guys? About a kid coming back from the dead. Did we watch that last time? Let me know. I do blame them, BJ. Trust me. Did we watch anything about an Alabama teen dying and coming back to life? I don't think so. We're going to find out. If this is what we've seen before, let me know. Thanks to Jack.
The dead, literally, after losing pieces of his skull in an accident. His parents and doctors had given up and were preparing for his death. But as Candace Gibson reports, the boy is now walking, shooting baskets, and even making jokes.
Shut so they could get him back breathing, but he was dead a total of 15 minutes. When he came back, they said he would never be normal again.
It started on what seemed like an ordinary day until everything changed in an instant. A young boy, full of life and laughter suddenly faced the unimaginable. His heart stopped. His body went still. Doctors fought desperately to bring him back, but for a terrifying moment, it seemed he was gone forever. Then, without warning, he returned, and when he opened his eyes, the words that came from his mouth would leave his family trembling in awe, and eventually send shockwaves around the world. Because this child said he had seen the other side, not only the beauty of heaven and the presence of Jesus himself, but also terrifying glimpses of the future that eerily echoed the prophecies written in Scripture thousands of years ago. Before we go any further, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. What you're about to hear may shake your heart, but it will also awaken your faith, because this story reminds us that we are living closer to the fulfillment of prophecy than ever before. When the boy first opened his eyes, after being declared clinically dead, for several minutes, the first thing he whispered was, "It was so bright, so beautiful." His mother leaned closer, thinking he was confused or dreaming. But as tears filled his eyes, he began to describe something far beyond a child's imagination. He said he saw a figure clothed in radiant light, eyes that burned like fire, yet overflowed with love and peace. The description was almost word for word from the book of Revelation. His eyes were like a flame of fire, and his face was like the sun shining in its strength. Revelation 1:14-16. How could a boy who had never read those words describe the Son of Man with such vivid detail? His parents were speechless. He said the light carried him through what felt like a doorway. Suddenly, he stood in a place overflowing with music and peace. He described fields greener than anything on earth, skies more radiant than the brightest morning, and songs that filled him with joy. Then he noticed something else. People. Some were smiling, some kneeling, others lifting their hands in worship. Strangely, he recognized faces, relatives who had died long before he was born. He said he knew them instantly, even though he had never met them. Then his tone changed. He said Jesus looked at him and pointed beyond the beauty. "I will show you what is to come," the Lord said. The boy's face grew pale as he recalled what happened next. He found himself high above the earth, looking down at cities shaken violently as earthquakes split their foundations. He saw mighty waves rising and swallowing streets and buildings. But the most haunting thing he said was this: "I saw people with no hope in their eyes, but I also saw a shining group, a people who were not afraid. They were holding on to the name of Jesus." His words mirror the ancient prophecy in Joel 2:31-32. "The sun shall be turned to darkness, and the moon to blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. And it shall come to pass that everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved." He spoke of earthquakes, floods, wars, and fire, all things that Scripture describes as signs of the end of the age. Yet his family knew their son had never read these passages. He was too young to even understand them. Still, every detail of his vision aligned perfectly with biblical prophecy. The boy also said he heard trumpets, not once, but several times. Each blast, he said, shook the heavens, and after every sound, something on earth changed. The book of Revelation speaks of 7 trumpets, each announcing an event that alters the course of the world. Could this child have caught a glimpse of those very moments? When he finally returned to full consciousness, he begged his family to tell everyone what he had seen. Jesus is coming soon, he said. People need to be ready. These were not the ramblings of a frightened child. His words carried an unshakable peace and conviction that even strangers could feel when they heard his story. Many who listened described a heavy presence, as if the Holy Spirit himself was confirming the message. And isn't that what Scripture tells us? In Acts 2:17, Peter quoted the prophet Joel. In the last days, God says, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams. The boy's vision reminds us that God still speaks, even through the voices of children. His story forces us to ask a sobering question. Are we living as if prophecy is real, or are we ignoring the signs, just like the people did in the days of Noah? He described people laughing, mocking, and living in darkness while the world crumbled around them. Yet in the midst of it all, he saw believers standing firm, their faces shining like light in the chaos. Jesus said in Matthew 5:14, You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. The warning is clear. The future will bring trials and shaking, but those who cling to Jesus will shine with hope that cannot be destroyed. Skeptics say near-death experiences are just brain reactions or hallucinations. But how can a child, under anesthesia, declared dead and too young to know Scripture, describe visions that align word for word with the Bible? Was it coincidence or confirmation? Before he fully recovered, the boy gave his family one final message. His voice was soft, but his words carried eternal weight. Tell them Jesus loves them. Tell them he's coming back. Tell them to be ready. That is why testimonies like this matter, not to entertain or frighten, but to remind us that life is fragile, eternity is real, and prophecy is unfolding right before our eyes. The Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Thessalonians 5:2, For you yourselves are fully aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. If this boy's vision truly came from God, and everything in it points that way, then time is shorter than we think. So let me ask you, are you ready? Have you placed your trust in Jesus Christ? Because no matter what tomorrow holds, he remains our hope, our Savior, and our only path to eternal life. If this story stirred your heart, don't walk away unchanged. Surrender your life to Christ today. And if you want to hear more true accounts of God's power, prophecy, and presence in our world today, make sure to subscribe to this channel.
All right, guys. What do you think about that one? I mean, obviously, very powerful. Um, I had my real my near death experience, and that was very very powerful for me to watch. Just curious what you guys think. I agree, Logan. Thank you. That was from Charlie Budden. He's the one that sent that. No, I'm sorry. That was Jack. Jack. Sorry. I have a. Hold on. I had a lozenge in my mouth. That's inappropriate. Um. Hey, Louise. How are you? It was very touching. I'm not an overly religious person either, but that was very special, and especially because of what happened to me when I checked out. Um, I didn't have quite the same experience that the little boy did, but um, I'll tell you what. Hey, Griffin Eagle, how are you? That was, I don't know. Children they always say they have a special place in heaven and everything. So, let's see. Let me look at something. I do too, Sandy. You look at a little kid, and my response to this is, you have a child that, for what reason would that kid lie or make that up? Or I don't see any reason for that, why a little kid would do that. So I believe it, and especially because um, that. Thanks, Beach. I just didn't sound right. Because of mine, I just feel connected to that. So, yeah, Josie had one as well. So, guys, you have two people here. Anybody else that's had them, let us know. So, we are going to move on to back to our friends. I already did this. Why is it not? Oh, I'm really irritated with this. Does anybody else have problems with Facebook asking you to do this code stuff? Oh, there it is. All right. It didn't do this last time. That's why there was something wrong. Of course, tonight. Yay, it did it. All right. Let me bring this up and pause it as always so it doesn't play. This is from Chris Tucker, who has sent a lot of videos for us. Let me come in. Oops. Nope. Don't play. All right. Here we go. It says Dogman creature filmed running on what? Running on farmer's roof. Okay, some of that was cut off.
Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. Today's video is straight out of the Twilight Zone.
I like
I've
this
never had a
guy.
personal encounter with a so-called
funny.
Bigfoot or a Dogman, Rake or any type of cryptid. I'm more than open-minded to the possibility that some type of animal has been missed by mainstream science, whether it be a forest dweller like a Bigfoot, ground or sewer dweller like a Rake, interdimensional being, creatures purposely left to be observed by intelligent craft visiting Earth like say the Chupacabra or the Mothman. Well, today we got some type of a cryptid, whereas other people have been calling it a Bigfoot or a Dogman. Well, whatever this thing has been stalking a farmer's land, terrorising his home, eating his livestock, and this farm owner even catches this thing on camera running across his rooftop. Big claims, but with great evidence to back his story up. Now this isn't just a couple of videos uploaded to YouTube titled Bigfoot or Dogman. In fact, I don't think he even uses those words once. He really has no idea what he's dealing with either. His channel, which goes by the name of Foul Mitten, he's built his channel based on hunting, fishing, outdoors activities, survival skills and so forth. And out of his massive collection on his channel, there's only a couple of videos where he's documenting these strange accounts of this creature terrorising his land and his home that have only recently been a new addition to his normal content. These encounters have emerged out of the blue, so he's documenting these events as evidence for himself, his viewers and for the authorities, and he was even advised by the Federal Fish and Wildlife not to shoot this creature or he could possibly be facing a prison sentence. We should be thankful that he is documenting this because this is beyond strange. During my stay in the hospital, I used the time to watch everything that this guy has uploaded, and I've even been looking out for updates, and I'm convinced Well, I know that these events are legit, so they belong here on the channel. So unless you take the time to study an individual's background and not judge from a couple of clips that you're... So some people have been calling this a Bigfoot or a Dogman. Bigfoot? I don't think so. Dogman possibly. But in this footage, this thing has got a cone-shaped head or an egg-shaped, I can't quite decide, which leads me to believe we could be looking at some kind of an alien. It looks insectoid and those piercing eyes have got to be a couple of inches apart. Could we be looking at evidence of the Mothman? How did it get up on the roof and where did it vanish to? Now let's address the deer carcass. How did that get up on the roof? This thing wasn't feeding on the roof. This carcass had been stripped of any meat and tissue a long time ago, it's just skeletal remains. I've been pondering the idea. Could this be an offering? This thing seems just as curious to the farmer as the farmer is of it. I feel it could be intelligent enough to know that a human is just as intelligent and they could work together, as this thing knows how good of an opportunity this land is to its well-being. There hasn't really been any acts of aggression from this creature as of yet, although the farmer has fired warning shots and shot at the creature. It just seems to be stalking the land, stalking the home and the farmer. Let's see some more.
They're all over the damn place again tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. Son of a bitch. All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home. This is our home. You need to leave. You leave now. Come around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while. Oh God, I hope that does it. Really do.
This eye shine picked up on camera, for me at least, proves that what we are looking at is a real nocturnal animal. Humans don't have this eye shine, we lack the tapetum lucidum. The tapetum lucidum is between the lens and the retina that acts as a reflective membrane and is responsible for the eye shine characteristics of many nocturnal mammals. The tapetum lucidum enhances visual sensitivity under low light conditions. And I forgot to mention earlier that the Federal Fish and Wildlife also suggested that what he's been encountering could be some type of an upright canine or large raccoon.
The hell is that?
Well, we heard it again last night, and sure as come out this morning, chicken coop doors ripped right off, feathers all over the place. I guess it's back. So I'm gonna go out and have a listen for it tonight. See if we can find it. God, this just pisses me off.
Now I'm thinking, is this really an alien creature? Aliens eating chickens? But if it's in a flesh and blood body, it has to eat, right? It would have to eat, sleep and shit like the rest of us. The more that this story went on, the more I was leaning towards this being some sort of a dogman or a werewolf creature.
Well, they're leaving for the night. Damn thing was on the porch. So, yeah. Guess it's just going to be me here tonight. And the Federal Fish and Wildlife are out here earlier today, and they I showed them the footage, and they said if I kill it, I could be looking at prison time. But yet they won't investigate what it is. I'm going to shut off the porch lights and I'm going to sit out here. It's been about an hour. And I definitely hear it. There it is. If I can get a clear shot. If I can get a clear shot, I'm shooting it. Can't go to prison for something that's not supposed to exist, right?
So, I don't know what you think to this, but I think that this is pretty credible, and this is only a snippet of what's been going on. I've just shown you the best bits. God, it feels good to be back on the channel, and I hope you feel the same, although my voice isn't what it was, but it is getting stronger. Look out for that next notification, which will most likely be a compilation of UFO sightings.
Sounds like he's having some problems with his voice too. So that was from Chris Tucker. I think she might have sent. I get flashes of where it sounds normal and then it's not. So it must be almost back. Let me check if she has another one above. Yes, ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, you're knocking them out of the park tonight, Chris. Hold on, guys. I think you'll like this. It looks good. Well, and it's not your fault, Chris, but I heard a guy in a suit. You could hear it reverberating off of his mask. That looks like a suit for sure. And nobody ever take offense to us if we catch something, hoaxing or it's not you. It doesn't know it's no reflection on anyone. You share a video, and we find something out. Hey, Bronze, what's up, Jack? How are you, brother? How's your son doing? So I just want to say that, so I hope nobody ever gets offended if we grab a video that you sent in and we find out it's not legit. Yeah, it just doesn't look. If it wasn't for him going rah, and it sounded like it went off the plastic mask, and you can see it like hanging on him like through here. It's definitely a costume.
Witnessing.
All right.
Several hours talking to the witness in this incident with the lichen dogman upright walking canine situation, and he was reluctant to go on video. He's a professional in some professional circles around Denver and doesn't want his friends watching him on YouTube. So Jack and I went ahead and we picked up on all the information we were given.
We've come across a witness via Phantoms and Monsters who appears to be the real deal. This is apparently not a witness who is steeped at all in Dogman lore.
Thank you, Sandy.
And not many people are these days, because it's even sort of laughed at by the Sasquatch community. But there is a growing number of these witnesses, and this particular witness who appears to have not had any sort of exposure to previous Dogman sightings could be a very, very valuable source of information, and really add a lot to the ongoing investigation into the Dogman phenomenon.
They sure do draw these out, boy. You do realize how silly that sounds, Thomas, right? No disrespect to you, sir, but I, along with 3 of my friends, saw one. I know a lot of people legitimately have seen them. And I just have to comment real quick, the fact that you're saying that you're a believer in Bigfoot. You do realize how incredibly silly that sounds, that you say you don't believe in Dogman. I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense. And again, I'm being respectful to you, sir. Don't be offended. Don't leave. It's just 2 people having a conversation as adults. I just don't find any reason. Like, how could you not? And that's actually what you guys saw there. The guy who was on the last clip talked about, he doesn't like to bring up Dogman too much because the Bigfoot people like get on him about that. But it's just really incredible. Like, when you think about it, you're talking about something that is so on the same basic kind of reality level of each other, and neither one of them, to most people have ever been seen. The people that have seen them know of the high strangeness and everything connected, and the reality shattering types of events that occur when you do. But then some people feel like it's like a gang, like, oh, I'm in the Bigfoot group. I don't believe in yours. Well, I don't believe in yours either. It's silly not to. All right, here we go. And that was Jack Carpenter. I thought it was Jack Carpenter, one of the most well-known dogman researchers ever. And some people think the way he died was a little strange too. I know they said he had a heart attack or it was a stroke.
This is pretty fascinating. I'm more along the lines of thinking we might have something in the area of a dog man outside of my feelings that it was a one-time incident with a werewolf, a weird creature, skinwalker, what have you. This might actually be the species dog man.
Hi, so this is Jack Carey and I'm here with JC Johnson, and we are investigating the Lakewood lichen. It was a sighting from an eyewitness that we've been able to interview of a dogman-like creature. And we are at Bear Creek Lake State Park now, which lies just west of the eyewitness's neighborhood. And this is one of many vast state park and greenbelt systems that cover most of Denver. And these vast wilderness areas literally snake their way into the neighborhoods and even all the way downtown Denver. There are three major things that show up in almost every dogman sighting. And one of those things is water. And there is a very large body of water here that's being fed by Bear Creek, which is just to our left here. And the other two things are a Native American presence and the presence of cornfields. Just over this hill here where the lake is, on the other side, is an area where corn is planted every summer, and that area literally backs up to the witness's neighborhood. And to our west lies the Front Range Mountains, and this is an area where you can find deer, elk, Canadian geese, duck. The water is filled with trout and smallmouth bass. Plenty of food source.
We do have incidents of dogmen fishing, catching fish and eating them for calories.
Absolutely, but all three things that show up time and again in dogman sightings are present at this site. You have water. These are known as the Indian Hills. There were many Native American burial sites in this area, and you have the corn present. And those three things seem to show up time and again in most dogman sightings. So it's interesting that once again that seems to hold true with this case.
All right, guys, what do you think of that one? And Thomas, I definitely know how those things sound. I can absolutely imagine what it must have sounded like to you as well. Must have been terrifying. What did you guys think of that video, by the way? I'm just curious. You know, the one with Scott Carpenter, and I'll play some of his videos as well, because I want to definitely get back to our peoples too. Did I miss something? Oh, did the Blue Jays win, Jack? Man, they're even up, man. If the Blue Jays tied it up, man, that's they're beating it up on each other. That's the way they're supposed to be, best of the best. Let's see. I'm going to get back to. Let me see if she has something else here. No, that was all that Chris had. Thank you, Chris, for doing that. Mary Carlisle, I don't know if she is here, but she always lights out, sends great videos. She sent me one here. It looks good right off the bat. Let me pause it. Oh, BJ, you will definitely like this one. All right, here we go. It's saying it's sharing it. Let me make sure. Good. All right, guys, here we go.
This is exactly why I keep warning people about Appalachia. You don't have to see them because they see you. This further proves my point. Don't go messing around Appalachia if you don't know what you're doing. Because I promise, these things are out there.
They followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. But they followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now. Have a look. Okay. Get the other side. Oh, damn. Holy shit. All right. Oh, damn.
This is exactly why I keep warning people about Appalachia. You don't have to see them because they see you.
I'm going to go back to that for a second and play that last part. Yes, BJ, I definitely said that because of Appalachia.
Okay. Get the other side. Oh, damn. Holy shit. All right. Oh, damn.
This is exactly why I keep warning people about Appalachia. You don't have to see them because they see you. This further proves my point. Don't go messing around Appalachia if you don't know what.
All right. So, something I got to address here real quick. Hey, Thomas, I want to be as pleasant as possible with you, sir. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel that you're trying to get attention for or something. If you are, put it out there. We support our people here. You keep saying you have this and you have that, but you're not like making a point. I'm just kind of confused. If you have a YouTube channel, sir, put it in the chat. We will share it and help you out, man. We'll try and get people to subscribe to you. And I'm just kind of confused as why you keep saying you have this and that, but you're not putting anything forward. So I don't know if this is a situation of somebody just trying to cause problems or be a troll. If you're not, then I apologize for that. It's just getting weird, I have to admit. Okay, guys, let's move on. We're going to move on from all that. And hey, Hadley. Thank you, Mary Carlisle, for sending that, by the way. Kat always sends a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to go to Kat. My girl, Kat. All right, there's one right off the bat. Let me pause it. And again, sir, if you're not doing that, I 100% do not imply that you are for sure. But, if you'd like to talk to me in private, please reach out to me and I will happily discuss things with you. I do not want to have any negativity or anything like that. Do. And here you guys go.
Her docked by the cornfield when she hears this. Dee from the Stark Adventures was investigating a cornfield after the owners complained of seeing strange things in there, like humanoid figures running through the fields and hearing human voices. As Dee goes towards the field, she notices one of the farm dogs is barking at something in the right side of the field. Now interested in that area, Dee goes toward it and immediately hears something growling.
And going into
But as Dee goes even deeper, she notices a black figure running into the field. Creeped out but wanting to get a closer look, she looks for this figure again and immediately regrets it.
Hello? Hi. Who was it?
She hears someone saying hello and hi. Then, as she's making her way out, she sees this massive
That is
figure that
incredibly
looks like a
creepy.
man towering over the cornfield. She was with her dogs by the
I want to
cornfield.
move this back here for a sec. There's a noise that comes through.
Hello? Hi. Who was it?
It was right after that. It was like a.
She hears someone say.
Who was it?
Right after that, you guys hear it? It goes like a really
She
weird
hears
kind of
someone
sound.
saying.
Hello? Hi. Who was it?
Right there. That's weird, man. Wow. That one got me. Now, obviously, it could be completely hoaxed. But that one noise, for whatever reason, when she pops down to the ground, it's like it goes go. It's like but I can't make the right noise. I'm sure you guys heard it. Let me come back here for a sec, guys. Unreal Estates here. Hey, Unreal, how are you? Hey, guys. I'm just going to put this out here too. I don't want any arguing in my chat. So if you can't play nicely, Thomas, I'd ask that you kindly leave. If you want to stay and have a nice time with everybody, and you want everything to be, kosher between us, let's stop razzing each other and stuff like that, because I'm not going to put up with it. So I would like you to stay. You're from Youngstown. I'm honored you're here. For some reason, you seem a little combative. I don't know why. So, ladies, if he's not going to settle down, you can boot him. Okay, let's move on to something else instead of negativism. Let me mute this real quick. I don't want it to pop something up there that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, guys, here goes something. What do you guys think of that? I mean, AI? Okay, I'll check it out, Charlie. I don't know. I mean, of course it could be AI. That's really wild looking, though. I just wanted you guys to see it.
As their car rolls to a stop at the edge of a dense trail, a chilling screech rips through the night.
Starting to regret that I stopped at this rest stop.
One officer mutters they say Bigfoot isn't real, but whatever's making that sound doesn't seem ordinary.
And they say Bigfoot isn't real? I don't ever want to stick my arm up.
That was wild.
As their car rolls to a stop at the edge of a dense...
Taken from something else. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Has anybody ever seen that before? That does not look like AI to me. Are you wait a minute. Hold on a second. I need to I need to like does anybody know this video? Because it does not look like AI to me. I mean, of course anything's possible these days. But does this look like AI? It doesn't look like AI. Like, you know how they go up to the top of mountaintops and they let skiers off and stuff like that? That's what they look like they're doing right here. And it looks like there's like a possibly like a legit Bigfoot up there. I've never seen this before. This is really wild. Okay, it's a paraglide. Oh, wow, that's even more interesting, guys. It's a paraglider. So he has no choice but to be up. Oh my God, if that's real, could you imagine the terror in that guy's head? Wow. That could have been it. That could have been a recording of a missing woman that never happened. Tag will actually be back, guys, the next video. So for your comment there, Kel, we will be back in the next video. Wow. I'm sorry I keep playing it back, guys. That's just mind-numbing to me. I mean, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Could you imagine? Just put yourself in this position, everybody, that you're paragliding and it's like your first time. You're like, wow, this is really awesome. Nothing bad happened. I'm like, wow, man, this is just so, like, I feel like I'm one with nature and God. And what is that? Hi, who is that? No, that's not a guy. Wait a minute. So no. I mean, could you have, I would have crapped my pants. Like I said, he definitely got away, but that would have been probably the most horrifying moment in his and maybe a billion other people's lives. And that thing didn't even look like it gave him any look or anything. Wow. I'm going to tell you what, I'm saving this thing right here. Excuse me for one sec, guys. I am absolutely saving this puppa. Wow. Mind blowing.
Inefable, la oscuridad siempre revela lo desconocido, atrae lo que no crees que existe, pero sí hay criaturas que buscan tu ausencia para su cometido. Inefable, la oscuridad siempre revela lo desconocido, atrae lo que no crees que existe, pero sí hay criaturas que buscan tu ausencia para su cometido. Inefable, la oscuridad siempre revela lo desconocido.
Let's take a look at this impressive case of this paranormal entity that entered a house. What do you think? Is this going to be something artificial, the idea, or is it going to be true? Let's take a look at this impressive case of this paranormal entity that entered a house.
That thing popped up in my
What do you think? Is this going to be something artificial, the idea, or is it going to be true?
Think about you guys go down to hold on a second. Just let me, you guys go down and you're hungry in the middle of the night or you're thirsty or something. You know, you're just half asleep and I got to get up and so many blah blah blah. You get to the kitchen, you flick on the light.
Let's take a look at this impressive case of this paranormal entity that entered a house. What do you think?
AI?
Is this going to be something
for sure
artificial?
But it's freaky as hell. I just had to like put you guys in that mindset. Oh, I totally knew that was AI from the beginning.
I don't think it's moving.
Okay. So it's just the grass?
It must be.
Are you sure?
No, for sure that was AI.
Now it's like what?
Whoa, what was that? Hold on a second. That was weird. Hold on.
I don't think it's
I
moving.
wish these things could be made bigger.
So it's just the grass?
It must be.
Are you sure?
Damn.
You scared to see that?
Wait a minute. Now it's like what?
See, they didn't even show the video. This is realistic about it for me because they didn't even film it. They ran. You see the footage after they ran away.
Hello?
That's scary.
I don't think it's moving.
You guys see anything?
Okay. So it's just the grass?
It must be.
I can't tell.
Sure? You scared to see that?
Wait a minute. Now it's like what?
Yeah, I would have had my gun out already for that one, boy. That's scary. That's actually scary. Oh my God, I shouldn't be laughing this hard. Oh my God, that was hilarious. My friend Ronald would be dying right now if he saw that. Oh my God, that was so funny. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Oh my God, was that funny.
Captan en un bosque de Normandía a un lobizón o hombre lobo caminando entre los árboles. Por el tamaño, yo diría que mide más de 3 metros de altura. Es impresionantemente grande. Captan en un bosque de Normandía a un lobizón o hombre lobo caminando entre los árboles. Por el tamaño, yo diría que mide.
Does anybody speak Spanish here? Jump on up. Yeah, that was, hey, Fulio, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, oh my God, that was so freaking hilarious. I'm trying to watch my language. That was so funny. Oh my God. If I would have saw that in public, I would have laughed too. Okay, thank you, Logan. All right, well, I'm just going to say this. Since nobody speaks Spanish here, I'm just going to pause it. I mean, guys, there is a sense of reality to this thing. It looks like real footage. That's so odd. I mean, it could be, of course, that's the thing. It's getting so good now that you can't tell. That's wild. Could you imagine? It looks, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of something about it that's kind of weird. I mean, do you want to listen, Steve? Can you? How does it compare to what I saw, Jack? Is that what you're asking? Small compared. You're right. Unreal. Very good comment. No, nothing like it at all. That thing, what is that? Wait a minute. And then he just stopped. You know what that looks like? That looks like one of those giant coconut crabs. Those things are huge. Just real quick, Jack, the dip, that one looked like it was like scared, maybe nervous, kind of, watching out what's around it and its habitat it's in. The thing that we saw was excuse me, it was just bully alpha. I own this place. There was no hesitation, or it was just like complete and utter just fearmonger walking around, and he knew it. Last capture of 31 Atlas doesn't look like it looks like a galaxy from all the pictures they showed us. It's cool. That's funny, Julio. What do you guys think? I mean, did you guys think this is a UFO? It says UFO 5537. The last capture of 31 Atlas. It looks like a far picture of what they put in books and stuff as the solar system, right? Okay. Everyone's screaming fake. I'm just curious.
Tingnan nyo mga idol. Ang aso mga idol, sinugod. Anong klaseng hayop na yan mga idol?
So, that thing would get shot. If something came in my yard, try and grab my dog.
Tingnan nyo mga idol.
Not be a good day for you. I'm not with my dog every time. These are the things I believe in. Oh, somebody hit it with the harpoon.
This witch tried to take this animal.
I don't know what's there. Yeah, supposedly this thing got hit by a harpoon. A mysterious mermaid creature caught on camera using a spirit catching it. Wasn't this shown to be a hoax? This is from that thing on Discovery Channel. Yeah, no, that's not true. That was weird. Some little thing sitting on the hill right there. Looks like an animal.
This witch tried to take this animal.
I hope that's AI. I would have been in that tree. Damn Skippy. Nah, that's fake.
This witch tried to take this animal.
This is the best video of a shadow person that you will ever see. I can't confirm 100% that this was taken in Appalachia, but it was presented to me that way, which would make perfect sense
since
Appalachia
watched, right?
is the hub of their shadow person, or just some part is the best
Oh no.
I've ever seen. Watch this, tell me what you think in the comments.
That was weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Taz coming back to get his official opinion on things, on like cameras, and because he knows things like about recordings.
This is the best video of a shadow person that you will ever see. I can't confirm 100% that this was taken in Appalachia, but it was presented to me that way, which would make perfect sense since Appalachia is the hub of pretty much all things paranormal. I literally get hundreds, sometimes thousands of messages.
You guys think this is real? Somebody said that
This is the best video.
This witch tried to take this animal.
Looks like a woman. Its head was like, and there was hair in her head. It looks like a.
This witch tried to take this animal.
AI for sure.
This is the best video of a shadow
I'm gonna
person.
get back
Watch
to
this.
that.
Tell me what you think in the comments.
Do you guys think this is legit? Is it, Logan? This is similar? Oh, for sure shadow people are real.
This is the best video of a shadow
That's
person
wild,
that you will
man.
ever see.
I like that guy.
This is the best video of a shadow person that you will ever see.
That's who Mary sent. Mary Carlisle sent us stuff from his channel. We're going to have to check him out a little later. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do real quick while I play another video for you guys. Oh, hold on. Let me real quick. So can I? I just want to mark this. I'll remember it. Anyway, I'm going to play another video. While I'm getting, somebody had sent me a video on my Gmail.
Investigating a cornfield after she was with her dogs by the cornfield when she hears this. Dee from These Dark Adventures was investigating a cornfield after the owners complained of seeing strange things in there, like humanoid figures running through the fields and hearing human voices. As Dee goes towards the field, she notices one of the farm dogs is barking at something in the right side of the field. Now interested in that area, Dee goes toward it and immediately hears something growling. But as Dee goes even deeper, she notices a black figure running into the field. Creeped out but wanting to get a closer look, she looks for this figure again and immediately regrets it.
Hello? Hi.
Who was it? Oh, we watched that already. I apologize, guys. All right, here's what Logan Arnold said to us, guys. I've seen this channel. Oh, it's MVTV, yeah. Okay, Charlie, thank you. Yeah, this is what you sent me, Logan. Ancient, make sure you go out real quick right now and turn your notification bell on. Make sure it's on. If it's not, it happens sometimes. But if you go in and just like real quick press the buttons, even if it says it is, reset them and then go back to always. Hey, BJ, could you put my email up again? Oh, yeah. That's pretty wild. Thanks, BJ. There you go, Thomas. Thank you, sir. That's interesting. That was definitely interesting. Let me go back here for a sec. Yeah, a lot of them are AI, Steve. But you know what? The guy's trying to just get content. I mean, I feel him on that side of things. I mean, I just can't do it and pretend to do it. BJ. You're so. Yeah, I know what you want. I hope this is going to put you out of place. Steve, you have to take Hadley on a bathroom break.
Beautiful
everybody.
view. Here's my campsite. Simple. It's nice to get away, get some peace and quiet. You got to check out this hill up here. Get a full view. Great scenery. Get an idea of where I'm at. What shape up there? What the hell is that? Oh my God. Boy, that ain't right. It's like a wolf, but holy crap. I don't think I should be up here. What shape up there? What the hell is that? Oh my God. Boy, that ain't right. It's like a wolf, but holy crap. I don't think I should be up here. I think I should be getting...
Alright, well, you know, I've never seen anything like it. Camping outdoors a lot, and of course I didn't bring my gun like I normally do. But I had my tent set up here, kind of filming, so, you know, my girlfriend could see what's going on where I'm at, share that a little bit. You know, tent, chairs, and I heard a little noise up the hill here, like an animal's running around. So, look up here, these boulders, I seen something that looked like a wolf jumping in and out, but it was on 2 feet.
We were just having problems out here. There was something disturbing the garden and something disturbing the horses. So I just came out here and set me up a camera on top of that there building. And I got me some pictures and video of something like I never seen before. And it took off, got out of here quick. They, you know, came in and rustled up some stuff and got some food and then got out of here.
Not quite sure what that is back there, but if you can't tell, it moves. And it does look like it has maybe 2 ears. I can't tell, but it's kind of creepy. And it just stood up more. I'm not sure what that is, but I ain't gonna lie, it's a little unnerving. Okay, well, this is a little disturbing.
That's my backyard. I'm zooming in a little piece. This is the exact spot that I just.
Alrighty, guys. That was a good one, man. I like that one. We were talking about um, in the chat there with Logan and some of the other people that their stuff that was older seems to be the better stuff because it was filmed on tape and stuff on VHS tape, and my voice actually starting to sound better. Sorry, guys. I always have to fix my hat on here. You have to like do it the opposite way you're trying to fix it. Anybody have any? Well, who sent me some more stuff? I know somebody had mentioned they sent me something else. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. I had mentioned I wanted to show. Oh, well, Linda Godfrey, BJ, is one of my reasons that I got into research besides what happened. When I started finding out there wasn't many people out there that really knew much about it. Linda was one of the first people that was like a legit, person in the news, and everything is just, she blew me away. I wish she was still here. I would have loved to meet her. Hey, Moon and Star, welcome. I am actually going to play some of Scott. Let's see. Let's get some of Scott's stuff in here. Let me stop sharing that for a second, guys. Does anybody have a anybody have any requests before I start throwing Scott? Oh my God, I just went blank. I was just talking about him. Beach, Dogman researcher. The CTE is kicking in. I'm jealous you got to talk to her, Ancient Ruby. I would have really liked to talk, spoke research with her. I mean, when I read some of the things that she did, with putting stuff in the paper, and it was a nerve-wracking night. I don't know if you saw the most recent video I just released. You'll get to see what happened there as well and what we caught. Definitely push that one, BJ. Okay, let me get up here real quick. It's too big. Let's get some Scott Carpenter footage up here. I want to give him a little prop since there's been some discussion about, and the funny thing about Scott Carpenter is he was head of the Sasquatch Awareness Project. So for somebody that people say that he, lied about, Dogman, and let me tell you something, that guy was for real, and he caught some for real stuff. That's why I said before that, some people think that his death was odd the way it happened. Others can point to natural things, and of course it can be. It was just odd that he was one of the most serious and seriously taken researchers in Dogman out there, and he had some legit stuff. I'm not going to get into some of the stuff that I have been privy to, but I don't know, man. I don't think people like when people discuss stuff that's legit. All right, we'll get Scott pulling here. I just got the thing taken care of on the page. All right, here we go, guys. Sorry, everyone. Thank you for being patient. always, guys, when you're sharing stuff for future reference to everybody out there that wants to share videos on YouTube, it's always muted.
And I caught a few seconds of the dog man behind me here in a brush pile. And what he's doing, he's actually looked up and he's watching me. He's just got his head peeked up. Now in this sequence, he looks more like a traditional werewolf or dog man. But consistent with the footage I captured this day, he appears to only have one ear. And I don't know whether an ear was injured and it's just laying down on his head, or it's been bitten off, removed, who knows. But the creature only has one ear, and it's the right ear. So in this sequence, he is standing behind me watching me, and there's actually a very interesting part of this segment where the dog man will actually, his ear will actually go, whoop, and so his ear will kind of be flopped over, and for whatever reason, the ear goes up, and just like a dog, he kind of zooms in. And
isn't that
I caught
wild?
A few seconds of the dog man behind me here in a brush pile. And what he's doing, he's actually looked up and he's watching me. He's just got his head peeked up. Now in this sequence, hello, my name is Scott Carpenter, and I'm an amateur Bigfoot researcher. So I guess you're wondering, what in the world is a amateur Bigfoot researcher doing, creating a video about dogmen? And that's a good question, because when I started out in Bigfoot research, I had no clue that there were other cryptids in the woods, and especially a dogman. I mean, basically a dogman is a legend, right? It's a werewolf or a bedtime story, an old wives' tale. So imagine my surprise when I'm doing a Bigfoot investigation with a back trail camera on my shoulder.
You should be listening to this, Thomas.
And I capture what is basically a dog man. Hello, my name is Scott. I'm doing a Bigfoot investigation with a back trail camera on my shoulder. And I capture what is basically a dog man. Hello, my name is Scott Carpenter, and I'm an amateur Bigfoot researcher. So I guess you're wondering, what in the world is a amateur Bigfoot researcher doing, creating a video about dogmen? And that's a good question, because when I started out,
why would a creature 2.5 times larger, 5 times stronger, and that could easily eviscerate you with a swipe, hide from you? That's a great question. And this is on Dad's back trail camera when it comes to the dogman. No one really knows. The theory is that they are some sort of Nephilim and that there are rules. They can't kill certain things. But it's a great question. These creatures, Bigfoot, Dogman, all that, can, if they wanted to, eviscerate us. But a lot of the times they don't. Is there some rules in place? Is there some things we have to do? I don't know. But we do know that with the Missing 411 series, there are some people taken. There are some things going on. So people do go missing and all that.
Hey, I just want to real quick to say goodnight to Josie. She's going to bed. So thank you for everything as always, sweetheart. I guess, I think, yeah, it was supposed to be natural cause, Fulio. Who said that? Hold on, I have to comment on something. Oh, Carol. Yeah, Carol, I guess I can only be, top dog for so long. So she must have found somebody else. That's okay. Okay, let me get this started. Good night, honey. Thank you for everything as always. Oh, so Google
Is this?
Hold on. So I had put, I guess, the wrong date of Scott Carpenter's death. I got it. What I got off was Google popped up on, and there it said was September 2013. So I thought that was the wrong date. I didn't think it was 2013. Thank you for correcting that, Steve. Oh, Josie, I'm sorry, honey. I thought you were leaving. I thought somebody said goodbye to you. Okay, my bad, hon. I just saw your comment. I'm sorry.
Dogman?
I swear somebody said bye, Josie. My bad, hon. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a wild one, guys. This one I kind of wonder
Is this
this might be
Dogman?
100% legit of being some kind of cryptid or something. I really, really believe it might be for sure.
Is this Dogman?
I don't know. I've watched this one many times.
It's the same old. Because you can't starve us out and you can't make a.
Okay. That's not what I was hoping for on Scott Carpenter's. I guess his shorts are over. Does anybody have any requests? You think it was a baby kangaroo? Really? What, did it have mange or something? I mean, you could tell it's legit. Yeah, Steve corrected that, BJ. Let's see. Let me bring up a video here. These are just shorts. I'm trying to find a good one, guys, if there's something here. You know what? Forget that. Let's go back. Anybody want to Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to play some of this classified capture. And good night, Sandy. Thank you for coming. It's an honor.
This strange
he does a good
thing
job.
was
I
caught
like
on
him.
camera.
He has some weird stuff sometimes.
My name is Steve. This is Classified Captures. Now, before we get into the whole video, maybe take a look at this first clip and you tell me in the comments section what the hell you think is going on here.
I actually wouldn't mind doing a video.
A group of
with
friends had gone out to hang out in the mountain area named Mecca, just enjoying a peaceful evening under the cloudy sky. Everything was normal until one of them did something that left everyone completely stunned. As he lifted his hand toward the sky, light began sparking from his fingertips. Everyone was shocked by this. Some speculate that it was a divine sign or a spiritual manifestation, especially given the holy location. It really did look otherworldly, but others argued that it wasn't supernatural at all, and what they were witnessing was the effect of static or ionized air, something that can happen before a lightning strike. If you look closely at the footage, the sky above them is heavy and gray, and they're standing on higher ground. That is the perfect condition for static electricity to build up. Scientists say this phenomenon is sometimes called St. Elmo's fire, a rare electrical discharge that can make objects and even people glow in the dark before a storm. So is that the case here?
Короче, вот мы стоим на горе, на скале, где пещера посланника Мухаммада, саллаллаху алейхи ва саллям. И фокус сейчас я вам покажу. Я не знаю, что это происходит. Из пальцев выходят. Так энергия какая-то или что, я не знаю, что это такое. Вот так я руку к нему поднимаю. И летят пальцы. Два пальца поднял, зло будет. Я научился управлять этими мисками.
Could there really be shape-shifting reptilian beings living amongst us? Well, take a closer look at this footage. This clip comes from a 60-minute interview, and at first, everything looks normal. But watch closely. Focus on the man's right eye. Did you catch that? For a brief second, his pupils don't look round like a human's. It looks vertical like a reptile. Now, many people online are convinced this is proof that reptilian shapeshifters exist. These powerful beings are disguised as humans blending into society. Others say it's just a camera glitch, compressed error, or even the lightning catching his eye at a strange angle. Still, it's kind of hard to unsee it once you have seen it.
Do you think that we will have a crash?
Oh, his eye 100%.
The answer is we will have a crash. I just can't tell you when, and I can't tell you how deep. But I can assure you, unfortunately, I wish I wasn't saying this, we will have a crash.
Someone was driving through a wide open grass field when they noticed something unusual moving in the distance. As they slowed down and looked closer, they realized it. Now, many people online are convinced this is proof that reptilian shapeshifters exist. These powerful beings are disguised as humans blending into society. Others say it's just a camera glitch, compressed error, or even the lightning catching his eye at a strange angle. Still, it's kind of hard to unsee it once you have seen it.
Do you think that we will have a crash or not?
The answer is we will have a crash. I just can't tell you when, and I can't tell you how deep. But I can assure you, unfortunately, I wish I wasn't saying this, we will have a crash.
Someone was driving through a wide open grass.
Did you guys notice when his eyeball was doing that at the last second, he like looked down to almost like reset his eye? That was weird.
Field when they noticed something unusual moving in the distance. As they slowed down and looked closer, they realized it wasn't a person or an animal. It was a transparent figure, shaped like a man wearing what looked like a cowboy hat. The figure walked slowly across the field, its body appearing to be made of white mist, walking away before gradually fading into thin air. Locals later mentioned that the land used to belong to an old rancher who owned the land many decades ago, and some believe his spirit still wanders those open fields. What else we got here? Trav/N2F said, Steve, I've been homeless for exactly a year now. If I like this video, could I please have your home and motorcycle? Let me know. Dude, if you can ride a motorcycle, you're more than welcome to take one of them out on a drive. But I kind of like my toys. You understand? But I hope you're doing well, brother. And, get yourself home soon, all right? Everybody at Classified Captures is praying for you, man. A man shared a strange discovery he made while hiking deep in the White Mountains of Apache. He came across an area with oddly stacked rocks forming a sort of circular pattern. The place looks like something has been nesting there. Curious, he and his group decided to look around more carefully. That's when they found this. A patch of hair tangled around one of the cactus-like plants nearby. The strands looked thick and coarse, almost like reddish-brown human or animal hair, but the texture was likely not human. Many who've seen the footage online believe it could be evidence of Bigfoot, especially since the White Mountains are known for their sightings and strange calls in the woods. However, others pointed out that if it truly might be from a creature, the obvious next step would be to send the hair in for DNA testing, yet so far that hasn't happened. So do you think it's a genuine Bigfoot trace, or just a patch of animal fur tangled in the brush?
And look, this is like the perfect chill spot.
Okay.
Okay, we're at the top of the irrigation. The high point, as you can see as you look around, and there's this on this cactus. Like, what the What the What kind of hair is that? There's like 3 different kinds of hair on it.
Hair wasn't right there.
There's like
darker, lighter, a little bit of white.
What the
Legit, while coming up this way,
We have another fascinating Bigfoot sighting, and this one was filmed near the Frank Church Wilderness in Idaho, one of the most remote areas in the U.S. The footage shows what appears to be a large upright figure walking along a distant ridge, and beside it is a smaller figure. It looks like a parent and a child.
He's got
because
a
of the
coat
distance,
on, if
the
anybody
details are
noticed
blurry,
when
but
this
you can
video
clearly see
starts
the
at the
taller one
beginning.
walks on 2 legs with
The
long strides and a
bottom of
hunched
his
posture.
coat gets blown in
Some
the
people
wind.
insist that it's a bear walking upright with a cob, while others argue the movement and proportions don't quite match that of a bear. See, the taller one walks on 2 legs with long strides and a hunched posture. Some people insist that it's a bear walking upright with a cob, while others argue the movement and proportions don't quite match that of a bear. A few skeptics think it could simply be a person walking with a thick coat, but believers say the
Listen,
scale
I don't
and
know
gait
about the
look too
little thing,
massive and
but
natural
his
for a
coat
human.
moved.
Given
His
how
coat.
isolated the Frank Church area is, many call this one of the more compelling Bigfoot clips in recent years, though as always, without closer footage or tracks to analyze, it remains one more mystery in
Good night,
a long
Tyler.
list of Bigfoot encounters. There's this long-held wedding tradition where the groom carries his bride over the threshold. It's a sweet gesture meant to bring good luck and protect the couple from evil spirits. This couple was joyfully following that same ritual, with someone filming the happy moment. But when they replayed the footage later, something unsettling appeared in the background. As the groom stepped through the doorway carrying his bride, the dark hallway behind them came into view and a shadowy figure could be seen moving inside. It had tangled hair and glowing eyes peering from behind the doorframe. Just as quickly as it appeared, it darted back out of sight. What makes it eerie is that no one else was in the house at the time. The tradition is meant to ward off bad luck, but seeing that figure lurking just beyond the threshold, well, it rather looks like bad luck. But what could the figure be?
That is creepy.
Way behind them came into view and a shadowy figure could be seen moving inside. It had tangled hair and glowing eyes peering from
Jackson.
behind the doorframe. Just as quickly as it appeared, it darted back out of sight. What makes it eerie is that no one else was in the house at the time. The tradition is meant to ward off bad luck, but seeing that figure lurking just beyond the threshold, well, it rather looks like bad luck. But what could the figure be? If you're part of a mega church, well, this story might be a little hard to hear. At a mega church in Detroit, an incident unfolded during a Sunday service that left many people stunned.
A woman had walked up to the pastor during offering time, holding $1,200 in her hand. The pastor had called for $2,000, urging members to give generously. As she handed over what she could, he publicly questioned her. That clip quickly spread online, and soon after, more reports surfaced about the same bishop allegedly firing a staff member for not tithing enough. People go to church seeking peace, prayer, and connection to God, but too often they end up facing guilt and pressure to give beyond their means. Meanwhile, the pastors and bishops live in mansions, drive luxury cars, and wear designer suits. Why is that? Are they milking the devoted churchgoers for their money? Is the megachurch a scam? Of course it is.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
I would have
on the
knocked
other
that
hand.
guy out.
That ain't what I asked you to
God.
do.
I can't even barely lift.
When are people gonna ever understand that God and its understanding is not just like some big entity you have to worship in a church, which means that you don't have to give your money over to these greedy, self-righteous pieces of shit. God built the world, which means the world is the
100%, brother.
church. So go out into the nature, go out into the forests, go out anywhere apart from a building that was built by human hands, and understand that if you're in a forest, by the sea, you are around God without having to give your money.
Trees are living things, that much we know, but what separates them from humans and animals is that they can't move, or at least that's what we've always believed. All around the world, there are ancient beliefs that trees are as alive as we are, and while we may not see or hear their life, they breathe, feel, and even react to the world around them. Now, several eerie clips have surfaced online showing what appears to be trees moving entirely on their own in forests. In one, a towering trunk sways and twists, and another we see trees moving without any visible force pulling them. Some viewers insist these are edited or that trucks may be moving the trees upright, but others believe these trees are conscious in their own way, moving only when humans aren't watching. So maybe watch out for the trees around you. They might be walking when you're not looking.
Every living thing on this earth that breathes life, gives life, makes life, and helps nurture life is a sentient being with a soul. Which means trees have souls. Makes sense.
Guess what these images and footage are? You probably can't. They're from a rover on Mars, and just look how clear they are. Now we can see what appears to be real evidence of something that might have once existed on the red planet. For the longest time, there have been theories suggesting that humans, or at least a more advanced version of us, live on Mars before a massive disaster wiped everything out, forcing life to restart on Earth. And here's where things get even more mysterious. The Atlas comet, which is currently heading toward Earth, is said to have passed by Mars just recently. Could there be a connection? Well, we don't know for sure, but in these rover images, you can clearly see strange structures, shapes, and patterns in the sand that are speculated to be ruins covered over time. Some even say it looks like machinery or ancient dwellings, hitting that something once lived or maybe still
For
lives
sure,
out
stuff
there.
there.
Though NASA dismissed them as optical illusions and erosion, how much of that is truth, and how much are we allowed to believe?
Hey, Ton.
Not sure if you've realized this.
Have a good night, Charlie. Thanks for coming, brother. Thanks for sending that too. Oh, so easy to fake, Jack. Oh my God, so easy. Hey, since I got all you guys here right now, I gotta ask you guys something. Hold on. So I need to know exactly what you guys think, okay? So apparently there is something that I really didn't like think too much of till lately because there's been so much um response to this. Like so many people keep saying it to me that I had to ask my close people here. Do you guys think I sound like Casey Kasem from America's Top 40? Do you guys remember that show? I have been getting so many comments, emails from people that say I sound like Casey Kasem, and that it's gotten, I can't ignore it anymore. Like at first I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I mean, this is definitely not who I would shoot to make myself sound like. I'm just sounding like myself. But then I was after me and Stacy talked about it in depth, I go to the doctor's yesterday, and the first thing the nurse says to me after she takes down like what meds I'm on, and she goes, you know, you sound just like Casey Kasem. I went, and she says, did I say something wrong? And I said, no, let me explain to you what's going on. Suffice to say, we have 8 more subscribers from the doctor's office, but I just had to know what you guys think. Hold on. Yes. Nope. Thanks, Jack. I don't think so either. LOL, to a degree, yes, you do, but your voice is still your own. Thank you, BJ. Because you have a deep voice. I don't know who that is. Yeah, we're a little older than you, obviously, Logan. Casey Kasem was, well, let me just hold on one second. I've got to do this right. I'll put that guy back on. Don't worry. He was a top 40, they had DJs that were like national DJs, and they were on all the time, every like week. I don't even remember how they did it. Was it every day, guys, or was it on the weekend? I definitely don't look like him. Okay, that's how you spell his name. I did not know. All right. I'm going to put him on for you guys real quick. Hold on. He does not look like me at all, but I definitely want to have you guys listen to his voice.
Hello again, and welcome to American Top 40. My name's Casey Kasem, and I'm all set to count down the most popular songs in the USA. These are the records you're buying and radio stations are playing all over America. And how do I know? Because Billboard magazine says so. And they tell us there are 6 debuts this week, including new hits from Taylor Dayne, Van Halen, and Huey Lewis in the News. First, a quick recap of last week's Top 3. At number 3 last week was Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. At number 2 was Mercedes Boy by Pebbles. And at number 1...
Okay, then I got my peeps said I do not. Thank you. I'm glad I do, because when I listened to him, no offense to the guy that was of his, era and of what he did as a DJ, he was the man, but thank you guys. I was like, man, he's a dork. I don't want to sound like him. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I mean, he was cool for, his people, but it's not who I want to sound like. Back to the video at hand.
Lately, people have been noticing 2 suns in the sky. And now NASA has come out to say that Earth will soon have 2 moons until the year 2083, and that's blowing everyone's mind. We've always known there's only one sun in our solar system, the star around which all planets orbit, and of course, our one natural moon. But recently there have been videos and images showing what looks like a second bright orb beside the sun that shouldn't be there. Now, while some experts explain this as a natural phenomenon called sun dogs, others argue that this looks too real. And here's where things get even stranger. NASA reportedly confirmed the discovery of a temporary second moon named PN7 2025, which appears to have been captured by Earth's gravity. Scientists say it's not a true moon like ours, but a mini or quasi-satellite. It's a small asteroid that orbits alongside Earth for a limited time before drifting away. But people seeing two suns and now hearing about a second moon have everyone wondering if there's more to this cosmic event than meets the eye. A man was gaming late at night when he heard strange noises coming from the cabinet in his living room, so he grabbed his phone and went out to check. When he opened the glass cabinet door, he noticed that a candle holder inside had shifted, its beads making the noise he'd heard earlier. Thinking it might just be vibrations or something simple, he asked aloud for whatever was moving it to do it again. But instead of the beads moving, the entire candle holder slid across the shelf on its own. As he stood there with the cabinet still open, something suddenly flew out from inside. It was a coin in a bowl filled with coins that was inside the cabinet. There was no one else in the room, no wind, no explanation for how it could have happened. It looked as if something unseen was inside the cabinet, responding to him, and now people online are calling it clear evidence that the man might be dealing with a ghost in his home. What do you think?
So I'm sitting here gaming, and that object up there swung and literally smacked the glass really hard. Stops. Look. Still moving. Oh, look. It made them all move now.
Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world and has always been at the forefront of new technology, from drone deliveries to automated warehouses filled with robots. While all that innovation sounds impressive, it's been raising concerns for a while about how much human labor is being replaced. Now, a leaked document has reportedly revealed something even more shocking. Amazon plans to replace up to 500,000 US workers with robots in the coming years. According to the leak, the company believes full automation could drastically cut costs and increase efficiency, especially in logistics, packaging, and warehouse operations. But critics are saying this move could wipe out thousands of jobs and have a major impact on working-class families who depend on those positions. If true, this would mark one of the largest workforce automations in history. But what happens to the human workers now? If Amazon has started it, you know the rest are going to follow.
The thing that really amazes me more than anything else is that people still don't understand that the 1% of this world that own the economy, own everything, own the governments, own the whole fucking world, don't give a shit about you. They'll use the robots, they won't pay the taxes, they'll do everything in their power to hang on to all the money, while us poor struggling individuals are the ones that get screwed for it. The sooner you understand this and get to grips, quite frankly, the better. Jeff Bezos and all these guys, they don't give a shit about the people. That's just the way of the world.
A very intriguing interview took place on the Sean Ryan Show featuring Chris Bledsoe. Bledsoe claims to have encountered a mysterious being he calls the Lady, who allegedly revealed a series of prophetic visions to him. During the conversation, he spoke about predictions involving wars, disasters, and celestial changes, saying that humanity is heading toward a massive reckoning. What's particularly strange is that, although organizations like NASA and the
Good night,
CIA
Carol.
and even the Vatican have publicly denied or downplayed this claim, Bledsoe has reportedly still been invited
miss
to share his
anybody that
experiences
everyone's
privately
saying
with
goodnight
them.
to you because I'm looking down
He also
or
mentioned
something,
that
I
the world could
apologize.
face a
Good night
great
to anybody that I
tribulation
might
around
miss leaving.
2026, tying it to biblical prophecies from the book of Revelations, the so-called Armageddon. He described coming alignments in the stars and atmospheric events that would mark the beginning of this period, even saying that is when the
Good night,
coming of
Ancient Ruby.
Jesus
Make sure you
Christ
get
will
in touch with
happen.
me, sweetheart. Let's
Astrologers
talk
and
on the
researchers
phone.
who have analyzed his statements through predictive software have noted some unusual celestial patterns during that time, which only confirm his predictions. Whether you see Bledsoe as a prophet or simply a man sharing an extraordinary story, his warnings and their attention they've received make it hard to ignore.
That's the first time I've ever said that in my life, publicly. You're the first. And a million people's asked me this. She said there are people in power. I put this in writing in 2012.
Have a good
She
sleep,
said there are
Carol.
people in power. And I'm not going to say where she focused my thoughts on that, but they're script in the book of Revelation to bring about Armageddon and the end of the world. They're doing it intentionally, and that's what she told me. And that's the very thing the main meat of the whole message I sent to these generals. That she told me that when the suffering of man becomes too great, that they're going to stop it, and they're going to snuff out the darkness.
A man was walking through his neighborhood late at night when he came across a naked baby running after him in the dark. The child appeared to be laughing hysterically, and as the man turned around startled, he quickly ran away in fear. Now, the internet is completely divided over what really happened. Some viewers say the figure looked too strange to be human, suggesting it might be a shapeshifter or even one of the so-called black-eyed children from the urban legends. Others believe it could have been a real missing child, disoriented and in need of help, chasing the man for safety. However, the clip ends before we see what actually happens next, so everyone is wondering if it's supernatural or a tragic misunderstanding. Moving on, we have an update on the footage taken in the skies over Kokura at night, the one showing that massive glowing object hovering in the clouds. In the original clip, the light gave off a green hue before slowly shifting to white toward the end. Now, new videos have surfaced from different angles, and the more you watch, them, the clearer it becomes that this might not be a simple reflection. In several of these clips, the object appears to have shape and depth, almost as if something solid is sitting just behind the clouds. Some have tried to argue that it could be the power lines or a nearby structure, but looking closely, it's clear that there are no visible lines and the light's movement doesn't match that explanation. Whatever this thing is, it's massive and stationary, hovering in place long enough for multiple witnesses to capture it. And with reports still coming in from across the area, many are starting to believe this could be a craft hidden within the clouds.
Welcome, El Martino. I'm sorry I just noticed.
Some people came across this massive rock resting on top of a snapped tree, and the way it landed, well, it's as if it's been hurled from a great distance with great force. The rock was found far from any nearby road or cliff, making it hard to explain how it ended up there naturally. When you look at the impact, it's clear that the tree trunk was split cleanly by something extremely heavy from above. Some locals are convinced this could be the work of a Bigfoot, since the sheer strength needed to throw or move a rock like this is far beyond human capacity. Bigfoot sightings in dense forest areas often come with reports of thrown stones, broken branches, and trees bent or twisted, which are all signs believed to mark territory. Could this be one of the cases? Scientists exploring the mountains to study bird behavior stumbled upon something completely unexpected. In a bearded vulture's nest, they found a hand-woven shoe made of grass and twigs. The shoe is estimated to be over 650 years old and astonishingly well preserved. But the real surprise came when they decided to dig around the nesting site. Beneath and around the nest, researchers uncovered a hidden trove of more than 200 ancient human artifacts, including tools, textiles, personal ornaments, and fragments of clothing. The find left archaeologists stunned, as vultures typically built their nests high on cliffs and rarely interact with human objects. The bearded vulture is known to reuse the same nesting site for centuries, layering materials over time. That means these relics could have been collected and preserved naturally within the nest layers. However, some experts suspect the area might have once been a burial or ritual site before the vultures claimed it as their home. This discovery not only gives insight into how long these birds inhabit a single nesting site, but also opens up a mysterious window into the daily lives of humans who lived in the Pyrenees hundreds of years ago, their possessions now guarded unintentionally by the mountain's most ancient scavengers. Along the shores of southern Spain, scientists discovered fossilized footprints believed to be over 100,000 years old, left behind by Neanderthals. These tracks were found embedded in the hardened coastal sediments, perfectly preserved. The footprints reveal groups of Neanderthals walked along the shoreline, possibly searching for food, gathering shellfish, or simply moving between camps. Among the larger prints, researchers also found smaller ones belonging to children, suggesting that entire families once roamed these beaches together. This discovery offers a rare and intimate glimpse into the daily life of our ancient relatives. It's believed that the group paused near the water's edge, their tracks forming in the soft sand before being sealed by layers of silt and sediment. To think that these simple impressions have survived for hundreds of millennia is remarkable. A man had visited an old haunted building years ago to take some photographs. After the shots came out, he noticed something he hadn't seen before and it left him unsettled. In the picture right beside one of the pillars, there's a strange white apparition. At first it just looks like a faint mist or a light flare, but when you look closely, especially near the upper part, you can make out a face. It's the pale, defined face of a man staring straight toward the camera. What's eerie is that the face seems separate from the white form, so it's two separate things, a misty figure and a human face. But what and who are they? Some kids were outside late at night when they heard strange noises coming from an open drain on the side of the road, right between the pavement and the street. Curious, they pulled out a phone to record, pointing the camera down into the darkness, but at the time they didn't see anything unusual. It wasn't until they got home and watched the footage closely that they noticed something chilling. For just a split second near the end of the video, a figure appears. It looks like a girl standing at the far right corner of the frame. The image flashes by so quickly you could almost miss it, but once you see it, it's impossible to unsee. But what would a girl be doing down in the sewers? And how'd she even get there? The internet is going crazy over this video. It's everywhere right now. The footage shows this futuristic shoe model that appears to hover just above the ground. It's been called the Aerofoot Future in Motion and was supposedly unveiled at GTEx 2029. At first, it looks completely real from the design, the movement, even the reflections on the floor all sell the illusion. People were quick to believe that humans had finally created shoes that let you fly. But here's the truth, it's not real. The Aerofoot isn't a breakthrough in technology, it's the work of digital artist Yao John Mueller, who created the entire clip using CGI. But the realism is so convincing that it's easy to see why the internet cannot stop talking about it.
Thank you, El Martino.
Next, we have footage that involves an unknown or identified tall being who, for some odd reason, seems to be in a hurry.
Ride on him at certain points in that. That's so
The
bad.
creature at first glance looks like an ape, but all who took a critical look at it speculated it was a Sasquatch. Some even stated it might be a Yeti, but the creature's brown fur and approximate height of 7 feet align more closely with the characteristics of Bigfoot, possibly a juvenile. The creature, though heavy, still moves swiftly among the trees with ease. Sasquatch, Bigfoot, and Yeti are all cryptids with slight variations. All are huge ape-like creatures. Bigfoot and Sasquatch are known for their dark fur, typically black or brown, while Yetis are described with white or light brown fur. Yetis are found in the snowy Himalayan mountains. All these enigmatic creatures reside in the mountainous woodlands away from humans. Given this description, it's reasonable to assume that the creature we're seeing is a Bigfoot, but that still leaves us with numerous unanswered questions. Why is he running? Who or what was after him? Well, if you take a closer look at the footage, you realize the camera is following the cryptid, which means someone was filming. It was most likely trying to get away from humans. That's our assertion, though. What do you think? One of, if not the scariest of today's compilation. Think I'm exaggerating? Well, take a look at this capture. Do you see it? Do you see how scary and eerie looking it is? What in the world is it? A werewolf? A chupacabra? Or something entirely different?
Costume, and that's why
Whatever it is, it couldn't be safe to be around. If the red eyes are not a giveaway, the rest of its body should send the message loud and clear. One thing bothers me, though. The sheep don't seem to be perturbed by the presence of the creature. This makes me feel like it could be an edited photo or a man in a costume. But what do you think? We'd love to know. This daring individual embarked on a nocturnal adventure deep within the woods, aiming to capture some compelling footage. Little did they know that their venture would take a rather traumatizing turn. On the forest floor, the filmmaker stumbled upon a most unusual sight. It was a creature unlike any other, boasting a bizarre form and crawling along the ground. Its head bore an eerie resemblance to a skull. Curiosity got the best of him, prompting a closer look at this being. However, it soon became apparent that this peculiar creature was not alone. Emerging from the pitch-black darkness was an even more horrifying figure, one that seemed to defy explanation. This elusive beast possessed a goat skull head and a humanoid body shrouded in an unsettling veil of obscurity. With relentless determination, it charged toward the unsuspecting filmmaker, sending shockwaves of terror through their very being. Filled with sheer dread, the filmmaker made a hasty retreat, fleeing from this nightmarish encounter. As spine-tingling as this footage might appear, our team has diligently scrutinized it and ultimately concluded it was nothing more than a well-orchestrated hoax. But we are curious to know your thoughts on the matter. Do you agree with our assessment? Before you move on to the next clip, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and even drop a comment in the comments section. It goes a long way to help us produce more videos for you. Thank you very much for doing so. It means a lot. Now, moving back to the day's episode. This captivating snapshot captures the scene of a dense, ancient forest, a world where emerald green trees and vegetation seem to stretch to infinity. But let me pose a question. Can you see what lurks beyond these trees, concealed within the shadows of this primeval grove? I do see it, but everyone seems to think I'm seeing things. Are those black coyotes?
Thanks, BJ.
Is there something demonic going on here? Or could they
Thank
be
you,
shapeshifters?
all of you that
After
have
all,
donated.
when you
I
think of
greatly
coyotes, you
appreciate
think
it.
of a light-of-furred
And
creature,
if you
but
do
take
not,
a
I
look
love you
at
guys
these
just the
black-furred
same.
coyotes.
Thank you.
If you know anything about human culture and its association with the color black,
You guys
you know
are
that
here.
some cultures will definitely see these creatures as a symbol of evil and bad luck, just like they do with black cats. But believe us when we tell you that these creatures are not actually cursed or anything. They're not even scientifically made or a different species of coyote. They're just
Night
regular
Jackson, man.
coyotes, but
We
this time they
definitely
come
got
in
to
black.
do that,
These
man.
are
If
pretty
you answered
rare and
my,
hard to come
you
by.
haven't
The dark
answered the
fur
email
gives
I
them
sent
this
you.
mysterious-looking vibe.
Hit it. Good night.
Coyotes are nocturnal creatures, meaning they thrive at nighttime. They're in close relation to a wolf, but slightly smaller and were known as brush wolves, prairie wolves, and American jackals. They feed on any prey and occasionally munch on fruit when there's no meat available. All coyotes do this whether they're black or the usual color. I don't know who set the rule that black animals are evil. Looking at these magnificent creatures, I believe the person had it wrong. Very wrong. But what do you think? Next, we have this weird-looking girl that was captured on a trail cam. Although she's dressed in typical human attire, her features are anything but ordinary. Since the image was captured from a distance, discerning her facial features is challenging. However, what can be observed appears human except for her ears. Her ears look like that of a wolf sticking out from the top of her head like a character from Sweet Tooth. While the rest of her body appears human, a closer examination of her legs and feet reveals what appears to be furry legs rather than clothing. I don't know if this can be considered a mystical or alien creature. Part of me wants to believe she's simply a little girl in a wolf's costume, but there's an unsettling aura emanating from the image that
I'm. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Okay, I'm going to start over. Thank you to El Martino. Thank you very much for gifting those. And as I was saying before, as I'm talking, like Suzanne Sprague, Angela PM, Michelle L, Micro Blue, welcome to the 412. And I asked Suzanne, are you from the Youngstown area? Because there's a Sprague company in Youngstown. I'm just curious if you are. And without further ado, I'll shut up. No, I won't. Yes, I will. No, I won't.
challenges that notion. It's almost as though this isn't an attempted cosplay and we're actually looking at a young girl with wolf-like characteristics. I don't know of any mythical creature that fits the bill. Could scientists be cooking up something in their labs? Could this girl have escaped and gotten caught on a trail cam? Tell us what you think. In the spooky confines of what was once a cozy cafe, a malevolent presence materializes with malevolence swirling in the air. Security cameras, once the silent observers of mundane activities, now capture a scene that defies explanation. As the footage unfolds, refrigerators burst open one by one, their contents clattering to the floor with an ominous, unnatural force. The atmosphere trembles with preternatural energy, as if the very essence of the room has been tainted by a sinister entity. Containers spill their secrets only to be inexplicably closed again, like a chilling joke played by the unseen malevolence that now rules this space. It's a tale that might leave you both shivering and bewildered. Probably thought there was going to be a party and it was going to have a boo. On that note, if you still haven't liked, commented, or subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now. It really helps us out a ton and gives me the opportunity to keep making videos for you. Thank you very much. Moving on. YouTuber MonsterFish5000 had a rather peculiar experience while in Oklahoma and generously decided to share it with his audience. In the dimly lit distance near a streetlight, he insisted he spotted something out of the ordinary. He described the creature as humanoid, but at first there appeared to be nothing there. However, just a few moments later, this mysterious figure emerged from the inky shadows. The creature was cloaked in a dark robe with an eerily pale head that drew a great deal of intrigue. Upon closer examination, when the footage was diligently zoomed in, we could catch a glimpse of this entity's distinctive features. It had an otherworldly green complexion, coupled with pointed ears, and a rather prominent nose, resembling none other than a goblin. This footage quickly spread like wildfire across the internet, captivating audiences with its spine-tingling aura. Yet, as time went on, the truth came to light. It was ultimately unveiled as an elaborate hoax concocted by a band that donned goblin masks as a promotional stunt. But even with that knowledge in mind, there's something about this footage that still sends shivers down the spine. After all, the line between the real and the surreal can sometimes be a rather thin one. I think the crab came out of the waters to find a doll bride. As you can see, our friend Sebastian here has managed to get himself stuck in a Barbie doll head. Imagine this poor creature venturing out of the ocean for some fresh air, only to stumble upon a rubber bride in the form of a Barbie doll. Similar to fish, crabs rely on their gills to breathe underwater. However, unlike fish, crabs can survive on land for approximately 24 hours, but only if their gills remain moist. It's funny to think that a crab will decide to use its 24 hours to find itself a Barbie doll. It must really be lonely under the sea, huh, Sebastian? Either this scene is just a weird party or something far more sinister. A peculiar group of individuals dressed in suits was caught on camera. They might just be a bunch of weirdos playing dress-up, but in the middle of the night, though, coming from the woods. Adding to the peculiarity, these suited individuals carry umbrellas and suitcases adorned with hats while behaving in a highly hysterical manner. Their jumps and erratic street running eerily mirror the iconic movements of Charlie Chaplin. Is this a Charlie Chaplin cult, or is there something more sinister happening here? After all, you can even see one person in a sinister-looking mask who appears to be their leader. But wait, it gets even more eerie. On the right side of the road where these individuals emerge from the forest, a red fire reminiscent of a bonfire illuminates the bushes. The whole scene here is bizarre, and it's hard to make sense of it. Is this some kind of costume party or a cult? Tell us what you think.
They were totally ready for a car to come down the street, and they just happened to play it off beautifully.
If you thought obesity was a human problem, then it's only because you haven't seen our final footage. Have a look. Now that's a big guy right there. He's living his best life, perched regally under the shade of a tree, indulging in a feast of succulent fruits like a true gourmet connoisseur. It's like a tropical paradise vacation for this primate. And let's talk size, shall we? This monkey isn't just playing around with a snack-sized meal. Nope, he's embracing the buffet with gusto, proving that he's a true fruitarian at heart. With every bite, you can almost hear him say, "Ah, yes, my dear Watson, this mango has just the right balance of sweetness and tanginess." It's a snapshot of pure delight, a scene that's as charming as a Disney movie comes to life. You can almost picture this monkey reclining on a hammock, wearing a pair of sunglasses and sipping a fruit mocktail. Living the dream doesn't even begin to cover it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to real quick thank Steve Wolf 223. He had sent me a donation on PayPal. I just wanted to bring that up to everybody that he did that. Thank you, brother.
This hazy image was captured on a trail cam. There appears to be a moving being in the forest. Could it be a human? According to the uploader, who also happens to be the owner of the footage, the camera was placed in a remote area where the presence of humans is highly unlikely. The only reason there would be a human in the footage is as if he was a poacher. That sounds plausible until you start taking the height of whatever this hazy creature is into consideration. Then you realize that there's no way that it could be human. The height of the creature was calculated by considering the objects in the image, including the nearby trees. Guess the height of the creature after the calculations. It stood about 8 feet tall, so it's not your average human size. There are speculations that this could be a Bigfoot, and the height is the dead giveaway. I mean, if it's not a Bigfoot, then what other cryptid could it be roaming the woods in the dead of night? Next, we have something that's not so sinister, yet more common in the woods than we would love to admit. Curious? Take a look at this clip. Yes, that's a deer with only 3 legs, and before you start feeling bad for it, this deer is totally fine and actually thriving. There are, however, some situations where a deer can lose a leg. Unfortunately, in such cases, the chances of survival for the deer are significantly diminished due to risks of infection, blood loss, and other complications. If a deer survives such an encounter and heals up successfully, it can adjust and move freely like any other deer. While they may not be as swift, these resilient deer develop heightened ears and senses compensating for the lost limb. So don't worry, Bambi is living his best life. Behold a creature that has stirred both wonder and skepticism, the Alula whale. A cryptid sea dweller whose existence remains unverified.
It
was
look
first
8 feet.
reported
I
in the
agree,
1970s
BJ.
by a Dutch
And the
captain,
shape,
Willem Morsebruyens.
the shape, if anyone goes back, I'm not going to. The shape, I think it was good that it was blurred. Looked like a very out of shape man in his older years. Maybe he was drinking and, ran through the woods naked or something. That's what it looked like to me, to be honest.
He described the creature as being similar to an orca, except for the color of its body, which was brown with the wide star-shaped scars on its back. The Alula whale was also bigger than an orca, and its dorsal fin was about 2 feet high. Scientists think that Captain Vellum might have mistaken the orca for the Alula whale because, apart from the account of the captain, no one else has seen this creature until this footage surfaced. Now, as we cast our gaze upon this newfound footage, a compelling question arises. Is this the elusive Alula whale, its true nature unveiled at last, or could it yet be another case of mistaken identity?
I'm going to tell you guys what. That looked like, to me, a fin of a giant shark, possibly a meg. Anybody else agree with that? I'm not saying it was for sure, but the way it swings, there's a lot of stiffness to it. Not like, like a whale's tail will like bend. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Could be.
Echoing Captain Willem's historical encounter. Tell us what you think in the comments section. Next, we have a video clip that offers a glimpse into the diverse array of fishes from the ocean. Yet, what truly captures our attention is the unexpected appearance of what looks like, dare I say it, a female mermaid. Interestingly, the fish don't swim as closely to her as they do when Ariel passes by. Could her appearance be conveying an expression that deters these little fish, or do they simply show no interest in befriending one of the sea's potential princesses? While it might be dismissed as a hoax or an individual identifying as a mermaid, the presence of a fully developed female mermaid, recognizable by her long hair, suggests that she's faithfully going about her daily routine in the habitat she's known her entire life. As much as I'd love to believe this is real, given our childhood love for Ariel the mermaid, I must admit it's looking suspicious. Don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful, but it gives off a vibe more akin to an animated creation than something genuinely shot in the ocean. Of course, that's just my impression. What are your thoughts? This is why you don't mess with abandoned buildings. This photographer visited an abandoned house. Ash was going around the house. This weird, pale-faced lady appeared at the window mumbling words to him. If that was me, I would have bolted long ago, but this adventurer stood filming the weird lady. Moments later, the strange woman snaps and starts yelling and banging at the window. Based on the cameraman's reaction, I suspect that this entire incident might be staged. I mean, who in their right mind could endure such a creepy situation? Definitely not me. Secondly, if you closely examine the creature's skin, it appears as if someone is wearing a rubber costume. You can even see the face through the eyes of the mask, but what do you think? This next footage was taken by a biker who was riding through the forest, but what seemed like a fun day turned into a terrifying one when he encountered a creature we're still yet to identify during his ride. Watch the clip. The footage captures the biker riding along a path in the woods until he reaches a narrow trail with walls on both sides. As he was using the path, a pale creature leapt from the trees into the path as though it were trying to attack the rider. Startled, the biker looks back to catch a glimpse of the creature, but it disappears into the forest. Let's take another look.
Seen this one many times. It's a monkey.
The creature looks like a monkey with its tail, except that it was hairless and the flesh looked pale. We can't see its face because it has its back facing the camera. It's creepy by all standards. It all happens so fast that it's difficult to accurately describe what was happening. I don't think this rider would be taking this route ever again after this scare. But what creature was that? Why did it suddenly appear on the path? Could it be an otherworldly creature? It's hard to answer these questions, but what do you think? This image right here was captured on a motion-detecting trail cam. It shows a strange creature hurriedly moving through the woods. The head of the creature looks like a mouse, while the rest of its body resembles an ape. The creature's covered in dark fur, and its size is probably about 3 feet. As you can see, it's a bit on the small side. What type of creature could this be? A hybrid or something more sinister? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Well, it's that time again, folks. Another glimpse into the world of cryptids, and this time it's the ever-elusive Bigfoot. So what's the deal this time? In this footage, we get a peek at a creature deep within the woods. It's got this shaggy brown fur and massive arms, and it stands tall, like a towering 7 to 8 feet. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Could it just be a gorilla? Well, the plot thickens. See, the area where this fella was spotted isn't known to host gorillas or apes. And here's the kicker. This creature was standing on two upright legs, not the typical hind legs of a bear, so that pretty much rules out our usual suspects. All signs seem to point to the one and only explanation: Bigfoot. What do you think? Is this the real deal, or do we have another cryptid mystery on our hands? Have you ever heard of the term Nephilim? How would you respond if I told you that they might actually exist and one man spent most of his life trying to prove this? Well, watch the footage. L.A. Mazzulli, the firm believer in the existence of the Nephilim, conducted an interview with a man claiming to have witnessed a creature emerging from a portal. As he was strolling through a park, the hiker noticed peculiar activity ahead, prompting him to grab his camera. A transparent bubble begins to form on the path. Upon closer inspection of the path, one can discern a round object in its trajectory. But that is not even the main issue. Right in the core of the invincible bubble, a hazy creature begins to form.
Sweetheart.
This
Good seeing
creature
you.
ranks up high on the list of things that would not be believed if they were not filmed. But as always, the experts had to make sure they were dealing with authentic footage. They conducted several tests, and guess what they uncovered? A long-headed creature, or should I say the Nephilim, crawling out of a portal. It's no news that humans are not alone, but sometimes these anomalies are just mind-boggling. It looked like the creature was changing and was now materializing in our plane or from whatever place it was coming from. Could that mean that these Nephilims are real, like Ellie Mazzulli
Oh,
suspects?
yeah, they're real.
What do
It
you
was
think,
coming
though?
through the
Should we be
veil.
worried, or is this
That's
an elaborate
wild.
hoax? When you hear ghosts, you
I
think
gotta
of
look at that
hauntings,
again.
murder,
Hold
and
on.
death. But tell me why.
Hey, what the
Well,
heck was
it's
it?
that time
Oh,
again,
there it is.
folks. Another
Yeah, it's that time again, folks, where whenever I see this picture of Bigfoot, this absolutely one of the most pathetic excuses for a costume I've ever seen. I've seen a longer one that includes this Bigfoot here, guys. This person in this Bigfoot. They made it obviously of like they used big forming like boxes or whatever. They made a huge like Bigfoot in its arm, its hand, or whatever. There's another video of it where it's standing there and it's turning in the woods or something, and its hand is like frozen because it's plastic or whatever it's made out of, and it's like moving, and it's just hilarious because the hand's kind of turned up. I can't stand when I see this thing.
a glimpse into the world of cryptids, and this time it's the ever
There, look,
elusive
you can see
Bigfoot.
it right there. You just saw it. See how its hand is turned up? Hold on. It just showed it for a second.
One and only
There it
explanation.
is. There it
Bigfoot.
is.
What do you think? Is this the real deal?
Look, it even looks like a rabbit or something. Look at its face. It's so bad. That is just like the worst. Oh, hey, Karen. How are you, Karen? How are you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. How are you, sweetheart? I thought somebody. Oh, good evening. I thought you were leaving. I'm sorry. I thought you came earlier. Well, welcome, my dear. I did not mean to cut you off.
We have another cryptid mystery on our hands. Have you ever heard of the term Nephilim?
I want to
How
see
would you
this
respond
again.
if
Sorry,
I told
guys.
you that they might actually exist and one man spent most of his life trying to prove this? Well, watch the footage. L.A. Mazzulli, the firm believer in the existence of the Nephilim, conducted an interview with a man claiming to have witnessed a creature emerging from a portal. As he was strolling through a park, the hiker noticed peculiar activity ahead, prompting him to grab his camera. A transparent bubble begins to form on the path. Upon closer inspection of the path, one can discern a round object in its trajectory. But that is not even the main issue. Right in the core of the invincible bubble, a hazy creature begins to form. This creature ranks up high on the list of things that would not be believed if they were not filmed. But as always, the experts had to make sure they were dealing with authentic footage. They conducted several tests, and guess what they uncovered? A long-headed creature, or should I say the Nephilim crawling out of a portal. It's no news that humans are not alone, but sometimes these anomalies are just mind-boggling. It looked like the creature was changing and was now materializing in our plane or from whatever place it was coming from. Could that mean that these Nephilims are real like Ellie Mazzulli suspects? What do you think, though? Should we be worried, or is this an elaborate hoax? When you hear ghosts, you think of hauntings, murder, and death. But tell me why none of these ring a bell when I look at this footage. An apparition was caught on camera crouched by a bin, and moments later it vanished. The figure looked ghostly and had what looked like arms waving before vanishing into thin air. Now, why would a ghost be haunting a bin, and why would it be waving its hands?
Look like a dog. Or
is it trapped in some kind of a plane and is trying to escape to our world? Or is there something more sinister happening here?
No,
is the footage even real at all? Tell us in the comments section. In the darkness of the night, an unknown person with a camera reveals a secret meeting, skillfully captured.
I know, unreal. I'm going to actually say this, everybody. Planet 412 and Matt Empsch is publicly announcing a just almost like, I don't know, some of the oldest hatreds in the world. Like, you know, what was the one, BJ and Hellier? They had the one cemetery for the two families that hated each other. CTE moment, everyone. Do you know about CTE? Football players who years later have holes in their brain from all the hits they took. Well, watch Matt Empsch once in a while on Planet 412, and when you think he is knowing what he's saying and he just stops and asks BJ for help, that is a CTE moment. Now back to you, Matt. So I'm announcing a hatred thing for that costume. If you guys ever see it on a video, I want you to comment in the video. We have sent this from, whatever you want to say, from me, of such a terrible hoax of a costume, probably the worst in history. Thank you. No, not the Carson Potter Cemetery. What's the name of the two families? And I'm going to die when you say them because everybody knows what they are, who they are. Anyway. Hey, I also want to ask you guys this. It's so off topic, squirrel, before you say it, VJ. Have you guys ever used, and I'm saying this because I've been sick and miserable, and one of the only pleasures I found in the last few days for my nose, I found on Amazon Puffs Plus lotion with Vicks in the tissues. Oh my God, it's so nice. The Hatfields and the McCoy. Thank you, Ton. Thank you, BJ. Yes, that is me in this costume now. More hatred than the Hatfields and the McCoys. Matt Empsch's hatred seethes for that whatever abomination it is.
Capturing a rare glimpse of something mysterious. They're safely watching from a window, making sure they're not seen. At first, the mysterious visitor is hard to make out, like a blurry, pale shape. But as they step into the light, we see what they really look like. They're short and small, standing on two thin legs, with a face as pale as moonlight. This whole situation is like a puzzling mystery that really gets your imagination going. Is it some kind of mythical creature, something from another world that's on the edge of what we know? Even when the person with the camera gets a closer look, this intriguing figure keeps its unique charm, showing us that extraordinary things can be found in unexpected places. In the depths of an enigmatic encounter, a man found himself lured by something unusual near his property's fence. His curiosity got the best of him and he ventured forth to investigate. But as he neared the source of the disturbance, eerie sounds filled the air, sending shivers down his spine.
And did you hear that?
These sounds were unlike anything one would typically attribute to a known animal. Instead, they comprised a cacophony of discordant noises, screams, screeches, and an unidentifiable bellow. A perplexing symphony that offered no immediate answers leaves us wondering about the origin of these spine-chilling sounds. So what do you think we're dealing with here? Tell us in the comments section.
And did you hear that?
Next, we have a capture that's unlike any we have ever captured of a cryptid. In this remarkable footage, we witness a cryptid strolling leisurely across a vast field. The creature is at least 10 feet tall and wears a black fur. Despite its ape-like physique, this enigmatic creature moves with an uncanny human-like gait. Do we know any creatures that fit this description? Yes, Bigfoot. Here's a question for you. Have you ever witnessed a Bigfoot moving so confidently in any of our trail cam captures? If you answered no, you're not wrong. But I can't help but wonder, where is it going? Bigfoots always seem to be on a mission, but where exactly are they headed? Is it toward their place of abode, or are they merely exploring their surroundings? Whatever the reason, the one in this capture seems to be the most confident, and we don't know how to feel about it. Great capture by all standards, though. This footage was taken by a ghost hunter who went searching on a strange field in the middle of the woods. In the field, he found graves and other weird objects hanging on tree branches, including necklaces made of human teeth. If that doesn't scream cursed, I don't know what would. However, the man doesn't leave. He continues searching the land until he discovers a woman crouched on the ground, wearing a black cloak. The puzzled man yells at her. This alarms the woman and sends her bolting out of there. He attempts to run after the woman, but he trips and falls, allowing her to narrowly escape. It appears that the woman was involved in something suspicious. Why else would she flee in such a manner? Is she perhaps a witch casting a spell or something? Share your thoughts. Have you ever been in the wrong place at the right time or taken a wrong turn that led to something unexpected and interesting? Well, the uploader of our next footage did. Have a look. During an early morning walk through the woods, a group of explorers spotted an ape-like creature standing just a few feet away, fixing its gaze intently on them. The creature, standing at a height of about 6 to 7 feet, had dark hair and was positioned near a tree, its arms wrapped around the trunk.
Meant to look
you don't
like
need to
a
be a
dog,
paranormal
man.
expert to recognize that this is definitely a Bigfoot.
No, it's
But here's
supposed to
the
be
twist.
a dog, man.
This creature isn't running. Instead, it stands its ground and even gestures to the explorers as if warning them to stay back. This is the first time we've captured footage of Bigfoot behaving in such a manner.
Bigfoot does dog,
Fascinating,
man.
isn't it?
Does he pull it
Now, the
off?
big question remains, is this footage real? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
It's a sad costume. It's a person.
This video clip is presumably recorded by the husband of a lady walking hand in hand with her daughter. A tranquil and serene scene, if you
Okay,
ask
BJ,
me.
I'll put it up.
But here's where things get interesting. A creature seemingly appears out of nowhere, headed straight for the woods, where an intriguing glimmer of bright light awaits. The lady notices, stops, and turns around. The person filming slowly comes to the realization of what's happening and the footage slowly ends.
Whoa, what's
Let's talk
wait.
about this creature.
Hold on,
It
what?
checks all the boxes for our Sasquatch
Oh,
classification.
it looks like it's
fur,
cloaking.
check. Ape-like body, check. And the kicker, the
A
gait
flash
that's
of beauty.
oddly human-like. Now, before you think I've gone all skeptical on you, let me share my take. That gait, it's a smidge too human, almost like someone's trying out a Halloween costume. Before you're tempted to call me a non-believer, you should know I love Bigfoot videos and can't wait to meet one in person. As much as I love Bigfoots, this video seems a little bit
that's
too
a hoax.
convenient. Who records a video of this family like that? The video was recorded in a way that makes it look like it was planned and they were expecting the creature to show up. If a mother saw a large beast around her daughter, her fight or flight response would activate and she'd go into full protective mummy mode. The same would be expected of a father, whom I suspect to be the one filming. But everyone was chill and a bit too chill, if you ask me. Yes, fear can do that, but I don't think this is fear. I think it was all rehearsed, and perhaps that's just me. What do you think?
Hey guys, I am going to stop this one for a couple minutes. BJ was nice enough to send a recording that is from her backyard. So she's been having, if none of you are aware, she has been having some UFO experiences. Let me fix my hat, and I don't know why that's not. And she's been having UFO experiences, and she's been getting some good footage. And she sent a video, and we're gonna check it out. So, without further ado, let me first put this up here. She said this was 10:26 last Sunday night. The UFO is that rotating one, but instead of staying all blue, this one is more colorful and flashes white too. I hope this is clear enough to see it well. BJ, we got to get you something to record these with better equipment than your phone, honey. No offense, but your Google phone is not going to give good footage anymore. This is giving us the lowest. We got to get you something good. Let's figure this out for BJ, guys. We got to get her something that will zoom up real good and clear. What would be a good thing? Does anybody know? Well, I'm just talking not about just me for the videos, honey. I'm just talking about in general for you to get good footage of whatever these things are. And yeah, of course, I'd love to break it on my channel. But she has had some really good ones. Let me real quick. Well, that's playing. Well, it'll probably pull me off of here because I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute because I don't want to show like conversations. Hold on a sec, guys, because I want to show some of these other ones that she's done. Yes, I'm aware it is up. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. I just want to go past some of our conversations her and I have had. Because there's a few she's sent that are really intriguing. She sent me a bunch of videos too, BJ. Geez, I didn't realize that. Should have told me. Okay, we got to go past that. Almost there, guys. Oh. I think, yeah, here we go. Let me stop it. Let me share this puppy. Oh, it doesn't want to share right now. I have to force it. Hold on. And here we go. Oh, this is a picture. Okay. Hold on. Here's one right here. There's no sound. But I mean, you guys know what a star looks like. You know, they don't look like this. They don't have, you see where my pointer is. They don't have like a ring around it with something in the center. Yes, she's very far away from whatever this is. But she's catching things that revolve too. I got to find the one that revolves. We're going to get you something, BJ, here in the next year where you won't have any issues with getting up close on these things. After I get a new computer, I'll get something for you. Yeah, that one's interesting. And then there's one after it. Oh, here's a good one, guys. That's better. See, you can even see it. It's rotating on this one. You can see the movement. You can see something inside. She's getting good footage, and she has a little freaking Google phone, guys. We got to get her something really good. Yeah, that's really intriguing because if you guys seen, I've played it on here before. The one lady, I'm really starting to have to push for a voice. Might be coming to an end here, guys, in a few minutes. There's a video of this one woman who has the telescope, one of those really good, I forget what they call them, they're like R91 or whatever. And it goes real close on him. And she's talking to this thing. And she said, "Do you know Jesus?" Have you guys seen that video? It's really wild. And it rotates and lights up even when she talks about Jesus or mentions Jesus's name. And that's how this thing is moving. It's very similar to how that went on some of hers. It's really cool. Thanks, BJ. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you guys what. I'm actually going to use BJ's video as the last one here. I'm going to break it down because I am really like, honest to God, like physically pushing to have like my voice come out right now. I'm losing it. I can feel it going as it's coming. So, excuse me. Hold on one second here. I'm still here, guys. Something happened with the camera there. It was set up wrong. Okay. So, I wanted to thank everyone who has come tonight. Guys, when I tell you this is a big week, some good stuff. So the video with the collaboration with me and Mike from Mr. E Files, that's going to be released on Friday, not Thursday, not tomorrow. Our collab's going to be released Friday night after my foot. So get this, I have to call a football game Friday, and as soon as my football game's done, and that football game, by the way, is a playoff game for Ridge. And the reason I'm telling you guys is this: it's an hour and like 30 minutes from where we live, the game, and then I'm meeting up with David Wolf and Mike, who Mike was on the night with us at the steel mill investigation, and we're meeting Halloween night after this game, and it's an hour from there to David's house, and we're going to go to this extremely haunted cemetery to do an investigation, and it won't be impromptu because you guys know about it. I'm going to do a live from the cemetery Halloween night with David Wolf and Mike. Let me give his right name. I don't want to sell this kid short. Hold on. I'm not going to do anybody dirty. Let's see. Mike Weimer, Wemier, is the guy who's going to be there with me and David Wolf. David Wolf, if you guys don't recall, ETS Exposing the Strange. So we're going to be doing an investigation from the cemetery. I don't remember the name of it, but we're going to be there late, and I will have a live stream from my phone, and I'm also going to have a really kick-ass monster release of a video this weekend on something that I found in some pictures that I took in Hellier, Kentucky. I will also mention that night or well, you know what? No, I'll mention it now. Somebody who I'm friends with saw these pictures as well, and Miss Josie, one of my moderators, caught the dog man in a picture that you guys are going to see. So I have a picture of one. I am just teasing it for you guys. So just so that you guys know, something monstrous. I caught a picture of a dog man in Hellier, and Josie actually helped me find it along with something else. So you guys will be seeing that video this weekend as our Halloween big blow up. And then on top of that, Josie, thank you for finding that along with the other thing that's going to be in there. So yes, you guys will see a real dog man in a video I'm going to release this weekend. Also, I'm going to be releasing something I think you guys will find pretty funny and enjoyable for Halloween. So I'm not going to tell you about that one, but I had to tease that one to give you just a little bit. Man, you guys want to see it right now, don't you? Gotta wait. Sorry. Halloween special. Oh, I got one more. A collaboration with my brother-in-law, Chris Mowry. He has a huge YouTube channel, history channel. And it's called Vlogging Through History. And his name's Chris Mowry. We are also going to do a collaboration for Halloween, like a mixture of the history of Halloween and then the touch of Mad Emsh as well. So all of that stuff coming at you this weekend. I'm going to hit the road, guys, before I go eep on you. I don't have a voice at all. I want to be able to talk to you guys and call my game too. Thank you for everything. I love you all. You guys have a great night. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to my moderators, BJ, Josie, and Kel. Have a great night, everybody. I love you.
There are things in this world that we cannot understand, things we thought were myth, mysteries that defy reality, and even darker conspiracies. What Lurks Beneath will take you deep into real cases and accounts of the strange and supernatural that will leave you wondering the truth about what's truly around us. You won't want to miss this one.
In today's world, video isn't optional, it's essential. At Full Res Films, we bring your story to life with cinematic quality and creative vision. From corporate videos that inspire to powerful testimonials that build trust, to breathtaking drone footage that elevates your brand. Whether it's live events, training videos, music videos, or documentaries, our team captures every moment. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Full Res Films, and let's create something amazing together. FullResFilms.com, 216-201-9649.
Planet 412 is your channel through the veil, where cryptids walk, UFOs soar, and the paranormal whispers in the dark. From chilling storytelling, eerie narrations, and on-location investigations, to live streams, exclusive interviews, and shocking reviews of the bizarre, Planet 412 is your front row seat to the supernatural. Subscribe now, Planet 412 on YouTube. Do you believe?